Hey folks, today's video is going to be about the Leatherman Super Tool 300. My name is Brian and you're watching Survival on Purpose. Hey, well, welcome back to Survival on Purpose. Thanks for joining me today. Like I said, my name is Brian, and today's video we're going to be talking about the Leatherman Super Tool 300. Mine comes in a leather pouch. A little bit about this tool. It's a multi-tool and a pretty popular one. And this is the first Leatherman actually I've ever owned. I've had a Gerber multi-tool I really like. I did a video on that one earlier. The only thing I don't like about it really was the saw. But other than that, I like the fact that it opens one-handed, which this one doesn't do. But this has got a lot more features, and you know, Leatherman's got a great reputation. They were kind of like the industry leaders. They were the first to, I guess, the first ones to create a multi-tool. They're definitely the most popular name, the most famous name probably in multi-tools. I want to do a quick review. I'm sure there's thousands of reviews out there. I just want to give you my take on it, and hopefully this will be helpful. So, to start with, like I said, let's go and get the sheath out of the way. It comes with like 3 different kind of sheaths. Mine's a leather sheath, which I kind of like. It's really form-fitted. It looks like it's well made. It's got 4 brads, rivets on it to hold the belt loop in place, and a flap that comes over with a pretty heavy-duty snap. And it's really heavy-duty snap, and the tool fits in there very snugly, very well made, like I say, and there it is. Really compact little package. I think you can buy nylon. They have Cordura sheaths or something like that for it. The other thing I like about the Leatherman tool, I think it says here on it, is, I have to check, I think it's made in the USA. We'll check that and see. I'll put it in the description if I can't find it. But this is the Super Tool 300, and it is all stainless steel construction. You can get it in a black finish. I've got the stainless steel one. All the knife blades are 420HC steel, and then it's got some wire cutters which are 154 cm stainless steel. So it's made out of good steel. This actually comes with a 25-year sheath, 25-year warranty. We'll go over the details and show you all the features in just a minute. But the blades are, the cutter blades for the wire cutters are replaceable on this model. It weighs about 9.6 ounces. It's got 19 tools in it, so I'm looking at my list to make sure I don't miss anything because there's a lot of stuff here. So without further ado, let me get a little close-up and we'll show you everything about it and give you a little demonstration. Okay, well, first of all, one of the main things multi-tools are known for is the pliers. So, and they say this thing's got 19 tools, and basically they say that, and I say they say because that's kind of a marketing thing. They call this 2 different kinds of pliers. They say this is a needle nose pliers here and a regular pliers here. To me, this is a pair of pliers, but it is a needle nose pair of pliers. It does have the other wider openings so you can grab something bigger and grab a nut. So whatever you want to call it, it's a very functional tool. It's also got wire cutters, and the wire cutters actually have 2 stages. See if I can get close where you can see this. You can see they have one stage here, which is the fine wire cutters, I guess. And they have harder wire cutters, and the difference is just in the way it closes. Let's see. You can see the fine wire cutters kind of close first, and then you got closer to the pivot. It would be your hard wire cutter. So I think you've got more leverage there. So, but those are both replaceable, which is good, and they're made out of 154 cm stainless again. I've also got stranded wire cutters, which is going to be at the bottom down here. You can see it looks like a little bit of a rounded edge. It's hard to see it there, but it's a very up next to the pivot. Those are for cutting stranded wire, and they just kind of cross a little bit, enough to cut little pieces of wire. And they're just kind of concave, so that they'll push the stranded together and they won't squeeze out. There's an electrical crimper underneath that. You can crimp electrical things with it. You can see it just kind of it's right there. So if you need to crimp a crimper, and there's a wire stripper, and I believe it is in one of these blades. So we'll look at that in a minute. So, but to go back to the blades, it has a regular knife blade, and this knife blade is 3.2 inches. And what I like about it is also every blade on here is locking. So once you open it, it locks. You have to push this button here and unlock it. So, and that's good. So if I'm going to use this on a regular basis, I'm actually going to unfold it. Probably going to fold it up, and that way you've got the handle on your knife and you really got a good grip on it. But that locks. Okay, so that's your regular blade. And this thing is absolutely sharp, and we'll do a little cutting in a minute. On the same side as the regular blade, have a few more things. You have a bigger flathead screwdriver, and you can see it's pretty tapered, but it's pretty good size right there. You also have a even larger flathead screwdriver right here, and you have a awl here with a needle, so you can actually sew with it. If you want to sew leather or heavier material with some heavy thread or twine, you can actually use that. You poke it through, and you put your line through it. Use fish line or whatever. It's got a lanyard hook that folds out if you need to tie it on, so you don't lose it. Maybe just put a long strap on it or whatever. And then it has a file, and this file is pretty cool. It's got a metal side, and it's got like a crosscut wood side. And then it's actually on one side, it has the teeth on one side, so that's going to be useful for cutting grooves or whatever like that. And then it's got the little finger on it to get your fingers out. To get it out, pull it out, open it. So, and that's on this side. Man, I know you've seen this 100 times. I'm trying not to bore you, but I did want to show you this stuff. So what's cool about this, it's got a serrated blade too. So instead of having one blade that's partially serrated, you got a full unserrated blade and a full serrated blade. So if you're cutting a lot of rope or something like that, it's going to come in really handy. I like the fact that it's that way. My Gerber knife has a partially serrated blade, which is, it's the not the best of both worlds, I guess. It's got a can opener / bottle opener here, so it's used for a can opener, and it's actually designed, they said, so that when you open the cans, it actually folds the edge down so you won't get cut. And then you use the same thing for a bottle opener to open old school Coke bottles and stuff. After that, it's got a good Phillips head screwdriver, and what I like about this Phillips head screwdriver is it's long enough to really use. Sorry, maybe you couldn't see that, but instead of being a little short stubby, it's really long enough to where you'll be able to use it a lot better. Next to that, there is a short screwdriver. So you got a smaller flathead screwdriver, I guess, not short. So there's a small, medium, and a large. And then last, but certainly not least, this is one of my favorite blades on here, is the saw. And this is the main reason I got this, because I was really frustrated with my Gerber, the fact that the saw on it was just not worth a flip. This is a really good saw. We're going to show you that in just a second. I'm going to show you that in just a second. So that's it for the blades. Again, the closed length on this thing, if you're wondering, when it's all said and done like this, is 4.5 inches. So they actually have an EOD military version of this. This got some different tools on it. But if you're not doing demolition type work or really firearms type work, it's probably not going to be as beneficial to you. So let me readjust this one more time. We'll do a real quick demo, show you how well this thing cuts, and wrap it up. Okay, first of all, this is a piece of really, really hard, dead cedar. And I don't know if you're familiar with cedar or not, but it just gets really hard. So it's really dead. I'm gonna cut this off with the saw and show you how well this thing cuts. And I don't have it braced very well or anything, so it's just gonna be like real world. Let's just see. Not as long as my Baco, but it actually cuts really well. If I can keep it in the groove. It's really almost so sharp that it's you gotta, if that makes sense to you, it's so sharp that you gotta pay more attention when you're using it, because you get it too much pressure, it digs into the wood. But it cut it very cleanly, and you can see that's not some soft wood. Now it'd be a good opportunity to check and see the other blades. Let's try this one. So we cut these lumps off here. Let's see what we can do here. This thing is razor sharp. And you can see it does a great job on a feather stick. It's a really good knife, it's a really good tool. It's going to be part of my kit from now on. Okay, so that is the Leatherman Super Tool 300, stainless steel. It's really good, really good tool. Like I said, it's the first Leatherman I've had, but I am completely sold on this thing. Highly recommend. It's a great tool. This is again my initial review. I just got this thing a couple weeks ago. Hadn't really used it very much, as you can tell. I'll be using it a lot this summer, and I'll probably come back with an after action report kind of thing later and let you know how it's holding up. But I have no doubts that it's going to be fine. This thing is very popular. It's been around for a long time. Rave reviews all over the internet for it. I'm sure my review's not done it justice. There's a lot of people who probably did a better job than I did. But I want to give you my take on it, the survival on purpose take, sort of. And this is a great survival tool. We had a discussion with John from Wingman 115 and Andy Tran and I on a live show about this tool. And John, Wingman 115, actually said that this might be his one tool option. I'd have a hard time giving up my full tang knife, but it would be a close call, because this thing is very versatile and very capable. And it's such a small, compact package. I mean, you got a saw, you got a knife, you got screwdrivers, you got can openers, you got files, pliers, everything in this one little bitty package. It'd be a tough choice, I'll tell you that. So, but if you're looking at one of these, maybe you're just trying to get a better idea of what all's in it and all that, I hope it's been helpful. Well, as always, I appreciate your watching this video. Thanks for subscribing to the Survival on Purpose channel. Thanks for giving it the thumbs up if you like it, and tell your friends about it if you think they will. And please leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. If you've got any experiences with this tool, good or bad, or anything you'd like to see, or any thoughts whatsoever on it you'd like to share. We want to know what you got to think. I want to know what you got to think, and I just appreciate all your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident. So be prepared. See you next time.